Today I thought we'd go out and take a look at the garden, kind of get an update on things, see where we're at, stuff I've added to it, and some projects I'm in the middle of. It's just a small one, but it's still important, right? So let's head on out there to the garden. Hold on for me 1 second. All right. We'll start here with some of the herbs, and that is my rosemary. It's blooming at the moment. Rosemary is absolutely gorgeous. Now, things like herbs you want to pick when they are, like the tips when they're fresh. Yeah, and then we've got our thyme right there. And look at that oregano. Is that not going nuts since the last time you saw it? Along with the lemon balm, it is now a lemon bush, so to speak. Still have no clue as to what that is. Yeah. And the flowers are getting bigger along with our succulents. And then you've got Abby's little gig right here, which needs cleaned up. I need to pick the dead off of it, and they all need watered again. It'll be done this evening. So right here is something new, and this is our apple tree. It is a Cordella apple tree. It's what we make our applesauce out of. Yeah, we on average buy, like, I don't know, last year we got 3 bushels. You're 120 pounds, is that right? 135 pounds worth of apples, and to make applesauce with. Now that's time to start growing our own. But right there's our tomatoes. Look how big they have started to bush out and grow, and they're getting big. And of course right there is another apple tree. They are ones that have to pair. Yeah, you can't, it has to have something to pollinate with. And then look, check that out. That is our squash right here in the front, and our zucchini plants in the back there. And then right here on this side of the fencing is cucumber, and it will grow up this right here, so that way the cucumbers will hang versus laying on the ground, and we can stand upright to pick them versus bending down a whole bunch. And then right there is our bush beans, which is what we'll make our green beans out of this year. And we also, I went ahead and planted these right here are kidney beans. Or I'm sorry, these are pinto beans in the front and kidney beans in the back. That way, when I make chili beans, since we make so many of them, I can go through a lot. It was just easier to grow them. And I just planted those a couple weeks ago, so they'll be perking up in no time and be the size of those, which will be awesome. And then, of course, there is our green peppers, our bell peppers right there, along with our variety of hot peppers. Don't remember, other than the 2 rows in the back, the middle row and the back row are jalapeno. They're giant jalapenos, but I don't remember the name of them offhand. And then I'm not sure what those ones in the front row are. Just some leftover plants I had that didn't make it into that bed back there. But there's our potatoes, taking off like gangbusters, and of course our asparagus. But the size of these tomato plants, they are just going nuts. I need to get out here and retie them again, get them a little more organized. But I kind of like that bushy look myself, as long as they're standing up straight. And then right there is the potatoes again. Yeah, everything's just doing really well. You can tell, hey, things need watered. I water almost every day, every other day. And my onions are just massive. And if you look back there, those are actually tomato plants growing up that were last year's tomatoes. Some of the seeds got down into the dirt, but that just goes to show you it hasn't been cold lately. And then we got, like I said, more hot peppers, a variety of them. Some jalapenos and some Hungarian hot peppers, banana peppers, and there's another type of jalapeno in here, but I can't remember what the name of it is. This bed right here I just did yesterday, and I'm getting ready to put watermelon in there. That's going in today. I just got to get the straw to put on top of it so the birds don't eat the seeds. That is a rather common thing around here. So those will go in the ground here in about a couple hours. Yeah, and there's a close-up look at those massive zucchini plants, which are just gorgeous, and I can't wait to start getting flowers on those. Now I think it'll be awesome. I thought about, since I built this trellis right here, potentially putting something in here, you know, either in there or out here on this side, and extending this fence all the way down, because I have the fencing to do it, and it's something else that can climb up there. We're also, with the watermelon, once we get that planted, I'm gonna put a fence just like this one up right that way, so that way we've got it going on. And then last but not least, we have our strawberries that are finally coming to be. Right in there, you can see them, and they're starting to pop up. My biggest issue at the moment is I have got plants that look like strawberries coming up with it. If you look right there, that is not a strawberry. That is a fake strawberry. But they are getting huge they're growing by the minute. The first year you plant strawberries by root, you just want them to focus on growing the plant. Remember, strawberry plants will last, you know, good 3 or 4 years before you have to do something with them and produce. I mean, it's like those ones started out the same way last year, and now look at them, just massive and producing, and that's what you want. And those runners that are coming down off the side, I can actually clip those off, and we can replant those. And then, oh, I forgot one addition back here in the corner, and it's a new one. I don't expect it to produce anything this year, but right there is our blackberry bush. You know, and that will, now that it's starting to take roots, it's got some new green all around it. You know, it's gone through a little bit of shock, but next year that thing will be triple its size, which will be ridiculous. And then of course our green onions, which are flowering, and that'll help me produce more green onions. And look at that rose bush right there. Yeah, that is just being absolutely gorgeous. Plenty of fresh mint. Yeah. And then we've got these lilies are just fantastic. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Just gorgeous. Yeah, those are all starting to bloom, you know, which gives lots of color. Yeah, along with these ones here. These are American lilies right here. I can't remember what those ones are called. And then of course we got our giant tiger lilies up here that are just going gangbuster. And this right here, which is blooming nicely and gotten just massively big, is St. John's wort, which is a great herb. Along with our garlic that is, you know, doing very well, and hopefully be able to plant some more throughout the summer. And I can't remember what this is, but it is medicinal. I'll have to ask. I'll put it down here at the bottom. And then of course more of my tiger lilies, and we got more tiger lilies going, more tiger lilies, along with our hostas, which should be blooming soon, and our bleeding heart that just got done. And I don't remember the name of this flower here, but it popped up, had like 50 blooms on it, and then they all kind of keeled over at once. I'm hoping to get more blooms because it should bloom all summer, you know, and I think that'll do wonderfully well. So that, my friends, is our garden update. And I'll probably do one of these about, you know, once every 3 weeks to a month, you know, as always. And then that way we can, you know, kind of experience it together. If you have any questions on things or, you know, ideas that we can implement into the garden, that would be awesome. I will do my best to answer any question you have for sure. Get in here in the patio area where it's shaded, and that way we can kind of do this thing together. I've been gardening for a few years now, and I've not ever, only one time have I ever not had a successful season with the garden, and it was completely my fault. I had actually, when we first moved to our old house in Columbus, we had some bees, and they were ground bees, and I had started digging up a new spot and didn't know they were there, and got attacked, and I probably got hit by about 15-16 bees before I could get away from them. And believe you me, it did not feel good by any means, but in a moment of pain and anger, I torched their hive, which was in the ground. And because of that, I had a year or two where I didn't get a whole lot of production, just because I didn't have any bees to cross-pollinate anything naturally. And that was probably, hey, I learned my lesson at any rate. They were just protecting their hive, and I was young and didn't know any better. But now we know. And I get some of the most enjoyment out of sitting out here now and watching the different types of bees, even the wasps and the hornets that have it in every once in a while, along with all the other little critters that like to hang out in the gardens and go about their days. It's so cool to watch that stuff happen. So anyhow, that being said, let me know if you have any ideas, thoughts, or things you'd like to see me plant maybe or talk about. And we will take it from there. All right. I love you, and I will talk to you later. All right. Bye-bye.